Some males may project confidence with older ladies. They could like each other, go on dates, or fall in love. But behind the surface, there are three things that many men dread. They will not say it. They'll make jokes about it, but it's true for them. Today, we are taking back the curtain. We feel that older women should be informed of how males truly think and why this makes them strong. Let us get to the truth. Men may not express it out loud, but they experience an implicit fear of powerful elder women. Most people believe that men only fear rejection or commitment. However, something is different about older ladies. Age does not diminish women's beauty. Usually it makes them stronger. Older women possess knowledge. They've seen more, lived more, and generally dislike games. And that is what gently shakes many males. According to a study published in the Journal of Adult Development, older women exhibit greater emotional intelligence and assertiveness in romantic relationships than their younger counterparts. That's fantastic news for you, but it's terrifying for some men, particularly those who are accustomed to leading, impressing, or even manipulating, because this is what happens when a man stands in front of a woman who knows herself, isn't looking for validation, and isn't afraid to walk away from bullshit. He begins to feel vulnerable. Many guys perceive weakness as a sign of danger. So, what are they terrified of? Let's break out the three main anxieties. She sees through me. The fear of being mentally exposed. This is the largest one. Many men have been conditioned to believe that they must always appear powerful, composed, and in charge. They've taught that expressing fear, uncertainty, or uneasiness makes them less of a man. But older folks have been around. They've seen mental patterns. They can see red flags from a mile away. This scares men, because when a man engages with an emotionally mature woman, he rapidly realizes he cannot fake it. He cannot put on the mask. He can't play slick while hiding his shortcomings. She will see it. And that realization awakens a deep terror. What if she sees the pieces of me that I'm attempting to conceal, even from myself? In a 2021 case study conducted by Dr. Laura Green on dating dynamics between women over 40 and men aged 30 to 50, more than 64% of male participants stated that older women made them feel more emotionally exposed than younger women. One 42-year-old man in the research stated, "With younger women, I can steer the conversation and set the pace, but with older women, I feel like they're already 10 steps ahead of me. They see through me. It's as if they already know where this is going." That is not simply perception, it is the truth. Older women frequently have powerful emotional sensors. They pick up on tone, body language, and delay. They read the spaces between words. So when a man says something that contradicts his actions, a woman notices, and this throws men into an uncomfortable position, honesty, which unfortunately leads to stronger bonds. However, many men are afraid of being exposed like this. She doesn't need me. Fear of decline. Let's be totally honest. Many males have been raised to believe that a woman's worth is determined by how much she depends on a guy. He aspires to be the hero, giver, and fixer. However, older women frequently already have their own careers, funds, support networks, and life philosophies. She does not require someone to finish her. She seeks a partner, not a rescuer. And this is disturbing for some men, because if a man's sense of worth is dependent on being needed, then a woman who is already complete undermines that foundation. According to an eHarmony poll conducted in 2022, over 70% of unmarried males aged 35 to 55 reported being more attracted to younger women because they felt more needed and relied on. That is not about love. That is about power. It is the distinction between impact and relevance. Men want to feel like they're important, but if a woman doesn't require him to solve her issues, provide for her financially, or lead her emotionally, he may question, "What's my role here?" That is the dread. What if I am not needed? Worse, what if she realizes she's better off without me? It is not true that older women do not want relationships. They certainly do, but they want one based on mutual respect, shared ideals and equality, not reliance. That forces a man to show up not with charm or money, but with depth, consistency, and personality. Many people are unprepared for that. She isn't frightened to depart. Fear of losing authority. This one cuts deep. Younger women are generally still discovering who they are. They may be able to tolerate, forgive, or remain in uncomfortable situations for longer periods of time. But elder women have walked away from harmful environments. They have reconstructed their lives. They know they will survive without you. That fact scares a man who is accustomed to having the upper hand, because if he makes a mistake, disrespects her, ghosts her, or plays games, she will not beg or chase him. She will walk. According to a 2020 study published in Psychology Today, women over 40 were twice as likely to quit relationships in which they felt emotionally unfulfilled as women under 30. One therapist who took part in the study stated, "Older women tend to have a clearer deal-breaker list. They know what they will not tolerate, and they follow through. That worries males who are accustomed to lax bounds. When a man realizes he cannot control, gaslight, or breadcrumb a woman without repercussions, he is forced to adapt or flee. Many people run. Power dynamics shift. The concern is simple. She doesn't need me and will reject me if I make a mistake. I have no power. That is a type of relationship that many men have never had before. But here's a twist. Why do these anxieties make you both a threat and a prize? So, what happens when a man dreads these things? He might draw away. He could strive to assert power. If he feels comfortable enough, he might take the initiative. But here's the thing. These anxieties aren't about you. They are about him. They express his internal conflict over self-worth, maturity, and emotional capacity. You are not scary. You're simply not easy to control. You're not difficult to love. You simply do not accept weak love. You aren't too much. You're already full enough. That is terrifying for guys who have not yet reached their full emotional maturity. But for men who have, men who are prepared, you are the most refreshing, grounded, and energizing partner. Because you don't act. It's just presence. However, until a man matures emotionally, he may strive to avoid the type of woman who sees through him, does not need him, and will not pursue him. That does not imply you should change. How to maintain your authority without compromise. If you're an older woman and you've noticed men shrink away, seem confused, or send conflicting signals, it doesn't reflect your value. It typically reflects their fears. Here is what to do. Do not lower your standards to make him happy. If he is terrified by your independence or clarity, he is not your man. Real men are drawn to strength, not afraid of it. Continue to honor your tale. Your capacity to see through the BS is a gift. Trust it. Don't second-guess your feelings just because someone is uncomfortable. Emotional knowledge is not excessive. It's your edge. Allow men to expose themselves. Do not coach them. If a man is afraid of being personally exposed, he may attempt to conceal. Let him. You aren't here to fix him. You came here to meet someone who is already doing the work. Own your narrative without feeling guilty. You have lived, loved, lost, and grown. That is not material. That is depth. Men who are afraid of depth are unprepared for the love you provide, but those who are will see your power as beautiful. Men secretly fear the following 3 things about older women. that you can see through them, that you don't need them, and that you will reject them. But those concerns are also your filters. They distinguish between boys and men, the insecure from the self-aware, and manipulators from adults. Instead of modifying yourself to appease your concerns, utilize them to attract the perfect person, someone who views your strength as a sign of true love, not a threat. Because at the end of the day, the proper man will not be afraid of your might. He will respect, support, and rise to meet it. If you've ever felt that guys backed away when they saw your strength, share your tale in the comments. You are not alone, and your voice matters. Don't forget to subscribe for more honest conversations on love, power, and relationships, particularly for women who know who they are. Because this is not about playing tiny, it's about being fully present and allowing the proper people to meet you. Keep strong, keep clever, and never dull your light to make others feel better.